Hi everyone, welcome to this edition of Addington News. Darrin, we've had a couple of milestones over the last couple of weeks. Take my breath away, of course. Samantha Otley became the leading driver of all time, female-wise, and Peter Davis, who's been around the game for a long time, had his biggest day here at Addington Raceway, winning an Inter-Dominion final with Real Force. He got past 500 wins, and in fact, as soon as he got to 500 with Kink, he won a couple of races later with Loch Lomond for his partner Margot 9. So, pretty special, and he's one of the blokes that, well, everyone just gets along with.
Oh, they're good fun, Pete and Margot, and it was great to see Pete doing that. Of course, Real Force winning the big softy Inter-Dominion Trotters final. I think he got a big softy that day, Greg, and sat in the birdcage with it. Part of the trophy, but yeah, look, they do a really good job. They're having a good run at the moment with these horses, and Kink was one of the ones that had appeared on the Ultimate Racebook results a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago. Now he's had a lot of placings since. So, look, great to see. Good people, good fun, and it's good that we can celebrate some of these successes on some of these meetings over the winter period as well. Stephen McNally, of course, he's on $4.99 as well.
Yeah, he's right on the cusp of it, and we thought Rock and Roll Graduate might have been able to do it last week, but it'll happen. And like you say, it's pretty cool to be able to get to some of those milestones when there's not a heck of a lot going on. But we had a good crowd here last Sunday. It was the Elmwood Trading Company Day. We're back to our trainers' days this week, and the bloke who actually started it all, John Coaster-Hare, it's his day, so all of the race names are associated to his stable. He's got a few runners in, and if the racing gods have any part to play, he might be a stable to follow.
Yeah, look, absolutely. It's dragging us in a whole lot of a whole lot of new race names, if you like. We've got our very loyal sponsors here at the Raceway that do a huge amount of racing sponsorship, and we have their names regularly, obviously. But of course, we had Plumbers Night on Friday night, and a big group of them up in Silks. With yourself hosting that function, and Myco Plumbing, I should say, winning the punters competition and the 10th running of that. So they had a good night as well. But the Sundays with the trainers, as we've said, it's a great opportunity for them to look after their clients, recognise the people that are supporting them, and do it close to home and just have a bit of fun. And they're always good value.
Just while we're on the Sundays, the roast, it's back.
Yeah, the midwinter roast, if you like. It'll run through to middle of August or so, $19. It's coming up on your screen now. So, it's an option in Spectators, I should say, if you're wanting to have something to eat on a Sunday. Obviously the rest of the menu's there, but a special roast, a pork roast at $19.
We're going to get into a full meeting preview, Darrin. It's a big night here at the Raceway. Ladies' night put together by Joe McMaster, and there's going to be 280 of the Fairer Six up in the Silks Lounge. So it will be rocking and rolling, and really looking forward to being part of it this year.
Yeah, it'll be a beauty. There's a lot of gifts and things as they come through the door, almost to the value of the ticket, to be honest, plus a trip to Mooloolaba, sponsored by Harness Racing New Zealand, and, of course, the Peninsula Resort over there. So that'll be great fun as well. There's a lot of activity in the room, and, of course, we've got a wee bit of music and spectators after the last race to take us through for a wee bit of celebration if you've had a good night on course, or you just want to carry on the party, if you like, Greg.
I'm going to stick with the ladies' theme, and how can you not tip Bella Button? She's come out and won again last week after giving a slight freshen up by trainer Mark Jones, basically in a similar race again, and she bolted in last week, so hard to go past her. That's race 5, number 5. Race 6, number 8 is Life's a Beach. I think she'll get her chance this week. She'll be close enough. One run at them, I think she'll be really hard to beat. You got a couple of the Kentuckiana Lodge runners, Watermelon Sugar and Casino Action in there, Sweet Bells in there too. It's a good race, but I reckon Life's a Beach will get her chance this week. So there's a couple anyway.
Couple to follow. We'll get into the full meeting preview, and on the back of this, we'll have the Quaddie preview for the Sunday meeting as well. So, all right, race number 1 on Friday night gets underway, 5:54, SEN New Zealand Amateur Drivers Championship Heat number 2. The first one will have been at Cambridge the night before. Our very own Kevin McClintock, Chunky as he's known, works on the staff here at Addington Raceway, takes the drive on number 2, 4-star Shiraz, Greg.
Yep, the 12-year-old. And the old, it would have been Rising 13.
You're talking about the horse.
Hey?
You're talking about the horse?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm not saying too much about Chunk. He's actually going to be on SENZ Trots Talk on Sunday. So if you like a bit of humour, it'd be worth tuning in 11 till 12. I'm not tipping him in this leg of the amateur drivers. And we've got the final two races on Sunday. I'm going with the 7, You Are the One. Warren Rich, of course, co-trained Gracious Night to win the Cup back in 2002. He gets the drive on the Gavin Smith trained nearby Sweet Lou. Good chance in this. Go back 2 starts here at Addington, was second and behind Victor Bravo. Wouldn't need to go much better than that. Has had a run since then, and I thought it was an okay effort too. So I'll go for it on top of Raging On, who was a good winner here last time. Did that in good style. I think from the barrier draw with Cherie Wigg, as soon as you see the name Wigg in an amateur drivers race, instant respect. I gave the one Bondi Luster a good chance. Michelle Northcutt, don't have to tell you too much about her exports as a horsewoman, both codes. She's outstanding in that craft. And Ivan Court, this mare's won a couple of her last 4, so she's got to be a good chance from the draw. And following her out is Better With Bling, who should get a really economical trip throughout. Mark them in the first 7, 6, 1 and 10.
Race number 2 is the first leg of the early Quaddie. Lyndon Leaves Mobile Pace 1980, 6:19. Lyndon Leaves, part of Ladies' Night and one of the gifts that everyone will be getting as they come into the ring, Greg.
Yeah, exactly. They have got behind this night the last couple of years, and it's terrific to have them here again. You know what I think of Beach Flyby. He's a very smart 3-year-old. He turned up here. He would have needed the run, I think, and he still won. He won with some authority. He's got a better draw this week. I really struggle to see him beating Darrin. So he's one of the bets of the night. Race 2, number 5, Beach Flyby, to beat another really smart horse, Smoke on the Water. Matt Purvis's team going well. This horse is charged to the line its last 2 off the back of a win here at Addington Raceway back in May. He can really get close to Beach Flyby here. I don't think he'll beat him, but I reckon he'll be in it. Aiming for glories from the Telfer Cullen Barn too, not without a chance. And Steph's boy, don't be surprised to see Blair Orange go forward. That's how he races best. He gets back into a grade that he can be very competitive in. 5, 9, 6 and 7, but if Beach Flyby is going to go as far as I think, he should be taking care of business here.
Race number 3 is the Allied Security Mobile Trot 1980, 6:47.
Crown the Moment, beaten by Smarty and Bet and Win last time. No bet and win in this. I think Crown the Moment, it's his race to lose. So he's very hard to beat. The mobile suits. He's good enough to win a few races, so this should be right in his wheelhouse. Sebastian Coe has the breeding to be very good. And showed glimpses of it last time in, but like the way it trialled recently, Blair Orange for Ken Barron, it's got a chance. Penelope Hall, now it might pay to explain why commentator Matthew Cross calls it Penelope Hall. It's actually named after a star equestrian rider. So when you look at it, it says Penelope, and most people are saying, well, why aren't you calling it Penelope? But it's out of a mare called Mariposa. There's a link there through John Versteeg. He's asked for it to be called that, so it's been called that from the get-go, which we appreciate because quite often 4 or 5 starts in, it's not ideal. Anyway, it's in my top 3, Darrin, after that long explanation. And she's got sass from a good from a good barrier draw for Roger Austin, not without a chance either. 8, 9, 6 and 3.
Race number 4 is the Phil and Glennis Kennard Bloodstock Mobile Pace 1980, and this one at 7:15.
Yeah, Haley's Medal, really nice first start off the back of a win and then put aside, come back, trialled nicely, just got held up and hit the line strongly in that Ted's Legacy race that he dominated from the top end. I reckon it'll be hard to beat from 1. Not so sure that it'll just lead because there is a bit of speed there, but it'll take some beating. We'll improve off that first up effort. So 1, to beat 9, Treacherous Miss. She couldn't have been more impressive last time, but she does cop the outside of the front row, which won't make it easy. She's got a chance, though, on that first up form. Classy Link has won 6 races and nearly $60,000. Gets the right barrier draw. Sort of flatters to deceive sometimes. You expect it to line up in weaker races and just win, and it doesn't quite happen. Didn't get any luck in that amateur race last time, though, so probably feeling pretty good about life. And the Coleman's always a horse I've had a bit of time for, Darrin. In fact, this is one of the trickiest races of the night. Smokin' Annie, McCrikey, Chocoloo won its maiden. Sky Rocket was great last time. We know what Finetti can do. Black Max Racing Super. Dance with the Boss has ability. That's the tricky leg of the early Quaddie, Darrin, but I'll mark them 1, 9, 3 and 6.
Yeah, really even field that one, Greg. Race number 5 is the Avon City Ford Handicap Trot 2600, and this is the last leg of the early quaddie, 7:43.
Yeah, I mentioned Bella Button before. It's hard to go past her, although 3 starts back, TK Megastar did beat her, albeit from a mobile. I reckon they can run the Quinella again here, but I'm going to put my favour towards Bella Button, who's now won 6 races since joining Mark Jones's team since about March and over 50,000. So doing an incredible job to beat TK Megastar, who keeps racing well off the front here. It'll put itself in the race, I'm sure. Madeline Stowe's in the same category, just racing great at the moment. And the Bloss, every time you think she might just about be coming to the end of it, or she just lobs up. She'll step straight to the front here, Darrin. She'll choose to go, hand to one or not. And, you get a run for your money. So you have to have her in. I'm leaving the horses off Marks out of it here, Miss Alyssa and the Dominator, but I just think the way these horses off the front are racing, it's going to take, pretty special performance to be able to get past them. 5, 3, 4, and 6, and I've left out the very much informed Kink too.
Race number 6 is the first leg of the late quaddie, just with a 9-race program this night. IRT, Your Horse, Our Passion, Mobile Pace, 1980, 8:11, Greg.
Yeah, I went for the outside of the barrier here. The quality horses, Life's the Beach and Sweet Belle, they'll fight it out, I think. Although the Kentuckiana pair of Watermelon Sugar and Casino Action might have a bit to say about that. Marin Franco's racing really well. Warlock follows speed so good you can never count him out. It's a good race, but I think she's better than them, Life's the Beach. So I'll go for her to beat Sweet Belle, 8, 7, 2 and 4.
Race number 7 is Fahey Fence Hire Handicap Trot, 2600, 8:39.
Yeah, I thought Make My Son On would be hard to beat in this. Comes back in grade, and although it's off 10 metres, generally begins very, very quickly. So wouldn't be shocked to see it find its way to the front, and if that happened, would take a lot of beating. Galway Girl, Steve McRae is the trainer, but it's been spending time with Brent and Tim White and trialled really nicely the other day. Beat a Smarty and Sunny Louie and won really comfortably. It's actually in on Sunday as well, so if it wins this, it won't be. If it doesn't, it probably will be. It has the anti-choking device, and Craig Thornley won't be carrying a whip, so they're trying a few things with her. She's definitely got the ability. She's won 3 races from only the 12 starts. I gave Magic Dash a chance, and I gave Mighty Logan a chance too. So 8, 12, 9 and 7.
Race number 8 is the Woodlands Breeding a Better Future Mobile Pace, 1980, 9:04.
Yeah, you remember Tornado Banner, when it's in its last campaign, showed any amount of ability at the trials, and then on race day, put aside, comes back into what should be a race at its mercy. I think she's a mare with plenty of talent. So I'll go for her on top to beat the 12 Creed, who was unlucky here last week. Second row draw, not easy, but racing well. And the 2 drawn to its inside are 2 you're really going to have to follow, Darrin. Kauai Nugget and Wuhan, both trolled up really nicely. Mark Jones with Kofi or Kauai Nugget, and Wuhan with Cole Cameron, who's got a reasonable sort of a team around him at the moment, and they're going to pick up some races that stable. So, interesting race, 3, 12, 10, 11, with a big watch on those 2 first starters.
Yeah, there's some talent here for sure. Race number 9, First Direct Taxis Mobile Pace, as it normally is. If all of those people have had a good night on course, obviously getting themselves home the safest way. First Direct Taxi is the option for Addington Raceway, and they're big sponsors here, Greg. A 1980 metre race at 9:35.
Yeah, well, if you'd said to me last week you'll be tipping Glenthorne before it raced here this Friday, I would have said, I don't know about that. Gee, it went a good race, D. Like, it went a really good race. Barrier 1, 1980, gate speed, Carter Del Getty. I can just see him trying to stay in front here and take all sorts of beating. So I'm going to go for it on top. The 1, Glenthorne, to beat 9, Live On Legend. Don't mind the way it trialled. Trained by Kyle Austin, Blair Orange doing the driving. The 8, Maria Alagonda's racing well. And because I think Glenthorne will lead, Scott Woodley dual to its outside, Take My Breath Away, can get off the gate too. I think Mossdale Terry will be in the right spot, and this is right in its wheelhouse. Follow the speed, held up, 1 run. Just, it hasn't got a huge sprint, but from that draw, it won't need to have it. 1, 9, 8 and 10.
As we say, spectators open after the last race and music in there, so that's going to be a good night. We're going to have a look at the Lake Quaddie on the Coaster Howe Racing Stables race day, which is Sunday, a 10-race program. Race 1 getting underway 12:25. The last is over at 5 o'clock. There'll still be a few, I'm quite sure, in spectators after the last race on Sunday as well, Greg. But the Lake Quaddie, I should say, gets underway at 3:31.
Yeah, we only try to give you a guide because these Sundays are tricky. In fact, if number 5 was your number last Sunday, you would have had a great day out. I think it was about 3 number 5s won, and they all paid good money. They're tricky races, so we're trying to help you out here. I think we've had 3 out of the 4 legs the first 2 weeks, so we'll do our best again. Darrin, we'll go with Just Ace to win the 7th. The Thanks Davey D, Gaz and Dino handicap. Just about won last week. Kennedy only just got it. Good draw, should lead. Blair Orange, lots of ticks there. Big chance. Tremendous Lovers racing really well. Ricky May for Greg and Nina Hope. And Coaster Howe has got He's a Jackalack in it, and It's Always a Chance. Was a winner 3 starts back. It's 2 runs since, have both been good. I can see it having a part to play, and it'd be pretty appropriate if it was able to win that first leg. So 2, 7, and 3, and that order in the first leg. Second leg, Sweet Spirit. I thought she had a chance last week, but geez, you won't get too many better opportunities than this. Her and Amazing Me, I think they've both got winning chances in this. In behind Malou last time, so that's got to be a good form line because it's very talented. And Tiramisu, I thought, was the other with a winning hope. 4, 6, and 8 in that second leg. 4, Izia, 2,000-metre trot, perfect for it again. If she steps and leads, she got beaten by Alatine, who's pretty smart. So that was fresh up. If she goes like that again, she'll just about win this. Masterclass has the talent. It's trialled okay. Harbour Queen, it was second to at the trials, and it came out and went a cracking race last week. So that's a good form line for this. And if Go Away Girl starts, you'd probably have to have it in there alongside the likes of Buffy Norstains, but I'll put Go Away Girl in there in case it doesn't win on Friday night. And the last leg, Prima Donna had the flashing light on its head, and it was well backed as well. Darrin first up. Big hope in the last to beat Executive Banner. I think you just about might only need to take those 2 in the last leg, D, just the 2 and the 3. So that'll narrow down our spend. So 2, 3, 7, 4, 6, 8, 4, 9, 12. With the quasi that it might not start, and 2 and 3 in the last leg. Get involved in the Quaddie on Sunday.
Yeah, look, it's going to be a couple of good meetings. As we say, the last 2 have been really pleasing, turnover-wise and GBR-wise, so we're wrapped with that. We're going to leave you with Peter Davis grabbing his 500th win on Sunday on Kink. Good people, Pete and Margot, always there to help with Team Teal. They just get involved in anything they can help with in the industry. Of course, reached out and helped them when they had their accident a couple of years back now, and that seems a distant memory now with Pete Davis grabbing this milestone on Sunday. Enjoy your couple of race meetings. Hopefully you make $1, and we'll catch you on course.
Kink, Murano, Quick Barbie and Buffy Northstains. Page wider out. Murano going to Kink. Buffy Northstains and Page running on. Kink lifting underneath of Murano. Still there, Buffy Northstains and Page. It's Kink in front. Buffy Northstains down the centre. Kink lifting. Quick Barbie the far side. Buffy Northstains comes at Kink, but it's 500 for Peter Davis. Kink won it. Close second between Buffy Northstains or Quick Barbie. Fourth maybe Murano. Page wasn't far away from Take After Me. And then came Ruck. Munadov DD Super Stewart. See it through, and Navarro was pulled up.